It's amazing, isn't it? Just how much the world of finance has changed, like really fast.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Especially when you think about cryptocurrency, it's blown open all these new ways to handle money.
Yeah, you're right.
Platforms like Binance P2P have just exploded in popularity.
Absolutely.
You can trade like Bitcoin, Ethereum, even those stable coins like USDT.
Uh-huh.
That's Tether, right?
Yep, pegged to the US dollar, supposed to hold its value.
Exactly. So you can trade all these directly, person to person. It's like cutting out the middleman, which is a huge deal for people, especially in places where, regular banking is a real pain.
Yeah, it's a game changer for a lot of folks. Makes crypto so much more accessible.
Or even if you just want more control, like over how you move your crypto around.
Right, you're not relying on a big exchange or anything, it's all you.
But of course, there's always a but, right?
Yeah, it usually is.
When you're dealing directly with people, especially people you don't even know, well, that opens up some risks.
It's the trade-off, I guess.
And even with Binance's security, they have that escrow system.
Yeah, where they hold the crypto until the deal is done, both sides confirm.
Right, exactly. Even with that, things can still go sideways.
Oh, for sure. There are always people trying to game the system.
And that's exactly what we're going to dig into today for you.
Looking forward to it.
Our goal is to really break down how people get scammed on Binance P2P, both buyers and sellers, because if you know the tricks, you can avoid them.
Absolutely. Knowledge is power, especially in the crypto world.
So first, let's just make sure we're all on the same page how Binance P2P actually works.
Good idea.
Think of it like, I don't know, a big online marketplace, right?
Okay, I can see that.
You've got folks wanting to buy crypto, others selling. Binance is the platform, the space where it all happens.
They connect everyone.
And this is important, they act like a referee almost.
Right, the neutral party.
With that escrow system. So let's say we agree on a trade. Your crypto gets put on hold by Binance.
Okay, like they're holding it safe.
Exactly. Then I, the buyer, I send you the money, whatever way we agreed on.
Uh-huh.
Only when you confirm you got the cash, then Binance releases your crypto to me.
So it's like a, what do you call it, a safety net?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So seems pretty secure, right? Like a digital handshake, but with someone making sure nobody cheats.
It's designed to be that way, for sure.
Right.
But there's always a but, Scammers, they're clever. They figure out ways to work around things.
So true. Okay, let's get specific. One of the scariest scams out there is this payment reversal thing.
Ugh, yeah, chargeback scam, they call it sometimes. Nasty business.
Can you walk us through how that works for, the listeners who might not be familiar?
Sure. So picture this. A buyer wants to buy Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
They say they've sent the money, everything's good to go.
Okay, so far so good.
The seller, thinking the money's on its way, releases the Bitcoin from escrow, trusting the system.
Makes sense.
But here's the kicker. After the Bitcoin is gone, poof, the buyer goes back to their bank or whoever and says, nope, didn't make that payment. Reverse it.
Oh, wow. So they're claiming it was like unauthorized or something?
Something like that, yeah. There are lots of excuses they use.
So the seller's just out of luck.
Completely. They've lost their Bitcoin, and the money they thought they were getting, well, that's gone too. It's like a double punch in the gut.
Brutal. What can sellers do to protect themselves from this?
Number one, always, and I mean always, verify the payment yourself. Don't trust screenshots. Don't trust messages from the buyer.
Right, so go directly to the source.
You got it.
Yeah.
Log into your bank account, your payment app, whatever, and make sure that money is actually there and available.
Okay, that makes sense.
And if you can, use payment methods that are harder to reverse. Do some research, see what's out there. Some are much safer than others.
Great tip. So it's not enough to just see a receipt. You got to see the cash in your account.
You got it.
All right, let's move on to another tricky one. The fake payment confirmation scam.
Oh yeah, that's a classic. Plays on the same kind of trust, but a bit sneakier.
Yeah, how so?
This time, the buyer doesn't even bother sending real money. They cook up a fake receipt or confirmation.
Like a Photoshopped screenshot or something?
Exactly. Or a fake email that looks super official. They can get pretty good at making these look real.
And they're hoping the seller will just take it at face value and release the crypto.
Bingo. The seller sees the proof, thinks everything's legit, and releases the coins. By the time they realize it's a fake, the scammer's vanished into thin air.
So basically, same advice as before, right? Verify, verify, verify.
100%. Never release your crypto based on what the buyer shows you. Go directly to your payment provider, check your account, be absolutely sure that money is there.
And if anything feels off at all.
Don't hesitate to contact Binance support. They can help sort things out. Better to be safe than sorry, right?
Definitely. All right, this next one feels almost like a mistake, but it's actually a scam. The overpayment scam.
Ah, yes. This one plays on people's good nature, their willingness to help.
How does it work?
The buyer, they intentionally send more money than the agreed price. Then they're all, oh my gosh, I made a mistake. Could you please refund the extra?
So it seems like an honest error.
Exactly. And most people want to do the right thing, so they send the money back. Problem is that original overpayment could be reversed later, or it could even be from a stolen account.
Oh, wow. So the seller loses the crypto and the refunded money.
Yep, the scammer gets away with everything.
So if a buyer overpays, what should a seller do?
Don't panic. First, tell the buyer there's been an overpayment. Ask them to send the correct amount instead of refunding the extra.
So get them to fix the original payment.
Exactly. And only consider a refund if you're absolutely 100% sure that the initial payment is legit and won't be reversed. Don't rush into anything.
Good advice. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Let's talk about phishing scams.
Oh yeah, those are everywhere online these days.
How do they target Binance P2P users specifically?
Well, these scammers, they pretend to be Binance support, or they create these fake websites that look almost exactly like the real Binance.
So they're trying to trick people into giving up their info.
Precisely. They'll send you emails, messages, maybe even posts on social media with links that take you to these fake sites.
And what happens on these sites?
Could it be a fake login page where they steal your email and password? Or they might ask for your account details, even your private keys. You know, those secret codes that access your crypto wallets.
Because they get those keys, they can drain your accounts, right?
That's it. They have complete control. So be super careful with any links you click.
So how can you tell if a link is legit or if it's a phishing attempt?
First thing, always check the URL, the website address. Make sure it's really Binance.com, not some weird variation.
Okay, good to know.
And never, ever click on links in emails or messages that you weren't expecting, especially if they're asking for personal information. If you have any doubt, just open your browser and type the address in yourself.
Makes sense.
And another crucial thing, enable 2FA, two-factor authentication, on your Binance account. It adds an extra layer of security, so even if they get your password, they still need a second code to get in.
Great tip. Always verify the URL and make sure 2FA is on.
All right, what about fake identities?
Ah, yeah. These scammers, they'll create whole fake profiles to try and gain your trust.
They're like con artists, building up this elaborate persona.
Exactly. They might steal photos, create fake social media accounts, even do some small trades to get good reviews. They're playing the long game.
So they look legit, then they try to pull off a bigger scam.
You got it. They might offer a really good price, something that seems too good to be true. But once they have your money or your crypto, they vanish.
So how can you avoid these fake profiles? Look at their trading history, their feedback score. Be wary of anyone with very little history, especially if they're offering amazing deals. Don't be afraid to ask for more verification.
So experience and reputation matter. Makes sense. Now, what about the payment methods themselves?
Oh yeah, that's another big one. Scammers love to push people towards untraceable or irreversible payment methods.
Like what?
Gift cards, those prepaid debit cards that are hard to track, obscure online platforms. Anything that makes it hard for you to get your money back or for the authorities to find them.
So if someone's really pushing for a weird payment method, that's a red flag.
Huge red flag. Stick to well-known, reputable payment options, bank transfers, established online processors, things like that. If it feels shady, it probably is.
Good to know. Okay, let's talk about something a little different. Rug pull scams.
Those are more common in the DeFi world, right?
Yeah, decentralized finance. But how can they affect Binance P2P users?
Well, imagine this. A scammer creates a brand new crypto token, hypes it up like crazy. Then they list it on Binance P2P, maybe at a price that seems tempting. People get caught up in the excitement, buy the tokens through P2P trades.
So far, it sounds like a normal launch.
But here's the rug pull. Once the scammer has enough money, they pull out all the liquidity from the DeFi project where this token is traded. The token's value crashes to zero, and everyone who bought it is left holding worthless digital dust.
So even though the P2P transaction itself was fine, the token itself was a scam.
Exactly. It's a reminder to always do your research before investing in any crypto, especially new ones. Don't get swept up in hype. Look for projects with a solid team, a real use case, a transparent track record.
So DYOR, do your own research, is key.
Absolutely. Don't blindly trust anyone. Do your own digging.
Okay, let's get back to scams specifically targeting the P2P system. There's something called escrow manipulation.
Ugh, yeah. This one's frustrating because it tries to exploit the very system that's supposed to protect you.
How does it work?
The scammer pretends that the crypto was never released from escrow, even though the deal is done, the seller confirmed payment, everything.
They're lying, basically.
Yep. They might play dumb, delay confirming receipt, even contact finance support with a fake story.
And they're hoping to get the seller to release the crypto again.
That's the goal. Or at least cause enough confusion that Binance accidentally releases it.
So what should sellers do to protect themselves?
Documentation is key. Keep screenshots of payment confirmations, records of when the crypto was released, all your communication with the buyer.
Like a paper trail.
Exactly. If there's a dispute, go straight to Binance support and give them all the evidence. Don't ever release the crypto again without clear confirmation from Binance that there was a genuine mistake.
Great advice. Keep good records and let Binance handle it.
Okay, we've also got fake P2P listings.
Oh, yeah, those are simple but effective.
How do they work?
Scammers create fake listings, often advertising crypto at crazy low prices, way below market value.
They're hoping to lure in people looking for a deal. Exactly. The buyer sees this amazing price, jumps on it, sends the money, but the scammer never releases the crypto. They just disappear.
So what can buyers do to avoid these fake listings?
Stick to verified listings from reputable users. Look for sellers with lots of completed trades and positive feedback. And if a price seems too good to be true, it probably is.
Another good reminder. And finally, let's talk about fake NFTs.
Yeah, this is a newer trend, but it's becoming a real problem.
How does this work on Binance P2P?
Scammers are selling fake NFTs, basically worthless digital assets. They might make them look like valuable collectibles or artwork, but they're nothing but smoke and mirrors.
So the buyer pays for something that's essentially worthless.
That's the gist of it. They lose their money and get nothing in return, or at least nothing of value.
What can buyers do to avoid this?
Verify, verify, verify. Before you buy an NFT, check its history on the blockchain, research the creator, see if it's listed on other reputable marketplaces, look for any official verification, and if anything feels off, walk away.
So it all comes back to doing your due diligence. Don't trust blindly, do your research.
Exactly. NFTs are exciting, but they're also a magnet for scammers. Be extra careful.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. It's clear that Binance P2P is a great tool, but it's also a target for scammers.
It's the Wild West out there, in a way.
Vigilance is key, right?
Absolutely. Even with the protections Binance has in place, you have to be your own best advocate.
So to recap some key points, always use escrow. Always verify payments directly. Check your trading partner's reputation. Use safe payment methods. And enable 2FA on your account.
Those are the basics, the foundation of safe trading. If you do those things, you're already way ahead of the game.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, it's clear that P2P trading is powerful but comes with risks. You have to be informed and aware.
Knowledge is your best defense.
Yeah.
The more you know about how scams work, the better equipped you are to avoid them.
And by using the tools Binance provides, verifying everything, and staying cautious, you can trade with much more confidence.
That's the goal, right? Safe and successful trading for everyone.
Exactly. And you know, it makes you wonder, if scammers are this sophisticated with crypto, what other online platforms or systems might have similar hidden dangers? We all need to stay vigilant no matter where we're transacting online. Food for thought, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder to never let your guard down completely.
Thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure.
We'll see you next time for another deep dive. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Take care.